Adverbs in English. What is an adverb? You see, I did make a video about the difference between adverbs and adjectives, but in that video, I didn't quite really get into what an adverb is. Do you know? Do you know how many there are? If you're not sure and you want to know, stick around because right after the intro, I'll explain.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
Hey guys, how's it going? Mr. Finn back once again to help you out with some English. And today, I want to get into adverbs, and in particular, what kinds of adverbs exist and how to use them, right? So let's get into this. Now, what is an adverb? Adverbs are words used in sentences to describe or change a verb, an adjective, or even another adverb. They add description to a sentence to make it more detailed and interesting. For example, he walked slowly across the square. Here, one could see the adverb slowly is being used to describe how the person walked. He just didn't walk, he walked slowly. Now, what kinds or how many different kinds of adverbs do we have? Now, depending on where you look, you can either find places that say there are 4 or up to 8 different kinds of adverbs. Now, in this video, I'm going to cover 8 different kinds of adverbs. We have adverb of time, adverb of place, adverb of manner, adverb of frequency, adverbs of degree, adverbs of confirmation and negation, adverbs of comment, and adverbs of conjunction, right? So we have 8 different kinds of adverbs. So how do we use them? And where do we place them in a sentence? So let's first look at what each kind of adverb is, the kinds of words that fall in each of the categories, and then where do we place them in a sentence? Because that is important as well. Now, first, let's look at adverbs of time. Adverbs of time are words like once, never, tomorrow, yesterday. For example, the results were announced yesterday. Now, here, the adverb yesterday is answering a question when. When were the results announced? Well, they were announced yesterday. Or she'll visit the hospital tomorrow. And here in this example, the verb is visit and the adverb is tomorrow, as being asked in the question, when will she visit? You see? So for each one of those cases, we have a verb in the sentence, and then we have an adverb being used to describe the verb in each sentence. Now, the second kind of adverb is the adverb of place, like any place, anywhere, nowhere, near, far, etc. Now we have an example. They will meet you there. The adverb here is there, and it's specifying the verb meet as being asked in the question, where will they meet you? And we have another example. In spring, the flowers bloom everywhere. And here the verb is bloom and the adverb is everywhere. So it's basically asking the question, in the spring, where do flowers bloom? Flowers bloom everywhere. The third type of adverb is adverb of manner. Now, these kinds of adverbs are typically used to express how something is done and is oftentimes the kind of adverb that is made by an adjective where you add the ly. So something is either done happily or hastily, quietly, quickly, smoothly. You see, each one of these adverbs, you have an adjective, something is smooth and it's done smoothly. I'm happy and I'm doing this happily. You see how that works? Look at this example. He quietly slipped away. So the adverb here is quietly, and it's being used to describe the manner in which the verb slipped away was done. Answering the question, how did he slip away? Quietly. Or another example, she works fast. And in this one, the verb is work and the adverb is fast. So answering the question, how does she work? She works fast. The fourth type of adverb there is, or we can, in this context, say an adverb phrase or phrasal adverb, are the adverbs of frequency, which in that category, we have the expressions of frequency. And these are the adverbs that express how often we do something, right? When you're dealing with routines and stuff. Now, click on this card here, and you could actually see a video that I made particularly on just these adverbs or adverbs of frequency alone. But to quickly explain it here, it's something that we do every day. It's something that is done once a week or twice a week. You see, these are the phrases of expression, or these are the adverb phrases, or we call the expressions of frequency. All right. In that video where I go into detail with this, I actually explain how each one is used and its placement. So I highly suggest you watch that video. I make it very clear. The fifth type of adverb now is we have adverb of degree. And this kind of adverb is used to show the extent of how something is done or will be done, right? Take a look at this example here. She almost finished her work. The verb here is finished, and the adverb is almost. And it's telling us the amount of work she has done. She's almost finished. Or they were completely surprised by the thunderstorm. And in this one, the adverb is completely, describing how surprised they were. They were completely surprised. Other examples of adverbs of degree, you have fully, partially, altogether, completely, etc. The sixth type of adverb I want to explain to you here is the adverbs of confirmation or negation. These adverbs here are used to either confirm or deny the action of a verb. And they're also used to reinforce the action that is being described by the verb. For example, they will certainly like the vase. So in that example here, the adverb is certainly to reinforce the verb like. They will certainly like it. Or he never leaves the house. So in this context, never is the adverb, and it's negating the verb to leave. You see, so I know never is often used as an adverb of frequency, but in this context, it's an adverb of negation. It's answering the question in denial, like, does he ever leave the house? No, he never leaves the house. So other examples of adverbs of confirmation are definitely, absolutely, surely, etc. And examples for adverbs of denial or negating are no, don't, can't, etc. Now, adverb number 7 are the adverbs of comet. Now, compared to other adverbs that focus mainly on a verb or an adjective, these adverbs have an influence on the whole sentence, okay? They give a look at the speaker's viewpoint or opinion about the sentence. So remember, these adverbs don't change or describe a verb, but they influence the whole sentence. Now take a look at the sentence. They found his secret easily. Now we have an adverb in the sentence already at the end of the sentence describing the verb to find, but let's add an adverb of comment to the beginning of the sentence. Unfortunately, they found his secret easily. So here we can see by adding the adverb unfortunately at the beginning of the sentence, it changes the whole tone of the sentence. So earlier, it was just a passive tone to the sentence, but now it has a negative or a disappointing tone to the sentence. Other adverbs of comment are luckily, like luckily the dog didn't bite the children, or happily the power returned before the big match, or honestly, like did he honestly think I would lie for him? You see this one, you can see how the adverb kind of adds some anger. It shows some anger from the point of view of the speaker. Another good one is obviously, like, and they would win the World Cup, obviously. And so this one can be used in a sarcastic way or a positive tone, right? And finally, the 8th type of adverb is the adverb of conjunction. So what is an adverb of conjunction? Well, first you want to have to understand what a conjunction is. And a conjunction are words like but or so, and they're the words that link two clauses together, two parts of a sentence together. These adverbs are used to connect ideas or clauses. They're used to show consequence or effect or the relationship between two clauses. Now, to use these adverbs to conjunct, you're going to need to use the semicolon to connect them. So let me give you an example. Clause 1, he was going for an important interview. Clause 2, he made sure he got there on time. So he was going for an important interview. Accordingly, he made sure to get there on time. Here we see the adverb accordingly is joining the two clauses and showing relation between them with the use of the semicolon. Accordingly here means therefore or that is why. A few other adverbs of conjunction are however, which basically means yet, on the other hand, or in spite of. Consequently, which means as a result of, resulting in. We also have moreover, which basically means beside or in addition. We also have conversely, which is basically opposite of or contrary to. So those are the 8 types of adverbs, right? With some examples for each one. Now, where are they placed in a sentence? Because the location has a lot to do with its meaning and the type of adverb being used. Now, adverbs can be used in different ways, which means that they're very flexible in sentences. They can be moved around quite a bit without causing any grammatical irregularities. But there are some guidelines to help you understand exactly which type of adverb goes where. Even me giving you these guidelines, it's really important that you have enough contact with the English language that this becomes very intuitive and natural. I often say this in many of my videos when I'm dealing with grammar. It's good to understand the grammar, but it's more important to have that contact. So when you're speaking, you can hear the difference and it makes sense. Now, adverbs used at the beginning of a sentence or a clause are typically the connecting adverbs. So those are like the adverbs of comment or the adverbs of conjunction, right? And adverbs of time, tomorrow, yesterday. Adverbs that will be found in the middle of the sentence are typically adverbs of frequency, adverbs of certainty, and you could also use adverbs of comment. They can also go in the middle of a sentence as well. And then finally, you have adverbs that go at the end of the sentence. Now, these adverbs are adverbs of manner, right? Did this quietly, did this quickly. Adverbs of place, and also adverbs of time, right? So you see these adverbs of time at the beginning of the sentence, in the middle of the sentence, at the end of the sentence. Really, this is something that you need to practice with and be familiar with it and comfortable with it at the same time, all right? Don't worry about making mistakes, really. Making mistakes is part of the process. And don't stress so much about memorizing and studying grammar. It's much more important that you get out there and practice your English. This video here is to give you some guidelines and some tips so you have the knowledge to know what are adverbs and how to use them. I'm just trying my very best to make you better, but you yourself have to get out there and put it in practice. It's really important, all right? So get out there and practice your English. Don't forget to be awesome. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and don't forget the notification bell so you are notified when I come out with a new video, all right? Well, that's it for this one. If you liked it, leave a comment, share with others. Let me know how helpful it was. And if you have a request for a video, throw that in the comments as well, okay? So until next time, I'm Mr. Finn, and I'll catch you later. Bam! Hey, what's going on? Subscribe now. I don't understand the delay. And don't forget to check out more videos over here, and I'll see you on the next one.
Yeah, baby, yeah.